All right, guys, we got a bunch of leaks to talk about. I got like seven leaks to talk about. And also, we got very good news, which is NIO got their factory vehicle manufacturing license certification given to them. And this is pretty good news. And you know, Xpeng and Li Auto, they've had it, but they got it from purchasing another auto company. Apparently, NIO got it from the government, so they just handed it down to them, which is unprecedented. It just shows how much trust the government has in NIO as an auto company. So this is very, very good, very bullish, and this means that, you know, going forward, NIO is a full-fledged auto manufacturing company. They do not have to rely on anybody else except themselves. All right, so moving on to the information leak, there's 7. The first one, and this is where it came from, okay, this is from the CEO doing face-to-face meeting with a bunch of NIO owners, giving them an update of the company, and we'll go over all of them one by one. So the first one is the Alps sub-brand strategy, and their strategy is going to be to target whichever vehicle model that sells well in that given market. So if it's a sedan or if it's a SUV, whichever price point, that's what they're going to go for, and they are going to just make a big impact at that category and just charge right at it. All right, so this is very good. That means they're not going to make any sort of car that's like very niche and that doesn't sell well. So that makes me very comfortable with the future of NIO sub-brand. All right, number 2. So they are going to polish the family-oriented product philosophy. So the industry defines this as comfortable, spacious, plus appliances, which is like TV, fridge, and sofa. So NIO understands this, and they are going to polish their own philosophy around this. So hopefully, you know, in essence, provide to the customer what they want, which is what we've always said. You know, if it's gonna help your car sell well, just add it in the car. All right, so they are going to polish this, which is very nice. Leak number 3, City NOP Plus and NAD. So they have refined the technology line and unified it, and the strategy is to open more routes using the high processing power of 4 Orin X chips to provide mapless autonomous driving. That is the ultimate goal. Every company is going after mapless autonomous driving, including NIO, and they're going to utilize the power of the chips to help them achieve that, and that's really going to put them ahead and not rely on maps, which could be unreliable at certain times. All right, so that's very interesting, and they have their own entire database of routes that are mapped out. Basically, once they have a NIO drive through that area, it's going to be mapped out with the LiDAR and everything, and then they have a simulated world basically in the cloud, and that world is like NIO's own version, I guess, map, but like a 3D render of the entire world, and you're able to basically use that to help NIO's cars autonomously drive. So it just has to be a route that a NIO has driven on, and that maps out different routes, which is incredible to think about. All right, this is pretty revolutionary. Number 4, all right, in terms of competition, the CEO is willing to argue and trash talk with others, and there's a lot of that going on in the Chinese auto industry right now, and it's good that we see that CEO is willing to do this. However, he has said, considering that NIO's place in the market is that of a high-end luxury brand, it is better that he, you know, remains low-key in this aspect, but he is willing to do it with the sub-brand. So if there's gotta be a lot of trash talking and fist fights with the sub-brand and trash talk other guys, he's going to do that with the sub-brand, which is very good, and that's really going to help them get more market share. And I guess he should also do it with the main NIO brand. Every time he says something controversial, like right after the ET5 launch, he said, why would anybody still buy gasoline cars? Do you still reminiscent about the smell of gasoline? Do you like the smell of gasoline? And that really helped them get more sales for the ET5, and it was very trending, and you know, even though some people didn't like it, it helped. It helped with deliveries. Okay, number 5. This is where the earnings leak came in from. There's a massive Q3. There's a massive cash flow increase and significant margin improvement. And this is what he said. And the company's situation is turning around for the better. All right, so this is very good, very important, and it shows that NIO's getting better, all right, in terms of the balance sheet situation. Number 6, NOP Plus will have a subscription model for the first gen NIO. So a lot of NIO owners, I have purchased a full NIO Pilot package. I sort of semi-regret it because I don't really use it that often. I use it about 1% of the time. But a lot of people did not buy it. So in order to get some extra cash flow from these NIO owners, NIO is opening up a subscription model. So if you want to use it for maybe a month for your road trip, then you can get that for 1 month. So that's a very logical, smart thing to do, in my opinion. Very good. It's going to help them get a bit more money from existing NIO owners. Yeah, very good. Okay, number 7. This is a pretty big one. NT 2.0 will not have a MPV model. I think they're pretty much done with all the NT 2.0 vehicle releases. Going forward, it's going to be just polishing them, having refresh version. And he said that the NT 3.0 platform will have a MPV model to compete in the MPV market. So that is very nice. NT 3.0 coming out very soon, and I guess it's very competitive right now in this market. Everybody's coming out with newer vehicles, with newer tech, newer chips, everything very fast at a very fast pace, and things are heating up. So it's very important to shorten the time frame and get fast, get things better. And NIO has recently said that they've shifted their long-term planning, 5-year, looking ahead for 5 years, to just looking ahead for 2 years and focusing on projects and things that will benefit the cash flow situation for the company. So that is very, very good. I want to touch a little bit more on point number 3, which is the NOP plus NAD technology. This was actually told to me like 2 years ago by the NIO manager, and that was the fact that they've worked with NVIDIA to basically map out a real-life simulation world in the cloud using NIO's own LiDAR chips, which is pretty incredible. And they're able to run simulations and run scenarios real time, and even traffic stuff real time inside the cloud. And with this, it's pretty incredible. And recently we saw that clip of a NIO vehicle autonomously swap the car, or do a battery swap, drive by itself, swap by itself, no human intervention at all. And this is what they're working towards. And with these routes mapped out, they can pretty much already do fully autonomous driving from point A to point B, and even if you need to swap in between, they can do that as well. So they are already capable of doing fully autonomous driving at these mapped out locations, all right, mapped out routes. And as the team maps out more and more routes and more of the country, you're pretty much going to be able to drive autonomously anywhere you want. So this is pretty incredible. And one thing to note is the NIO's LiDAR they don't cheap out on the LiDAR. Unlike some other companies that rely on LiDAR only for moving objects, NIO uses the best LiDAR, and that's able to see very far away, 500 meters, see a brick 500 meters away. And that's really allowed them to be able to stop the car even in emergency situations. Like I've run a clip before where this highway ET5 was able to stop stop itself because there was a traffic accident ahead, and prevent the car from rear-ending them with only a little bit of margin left. So it's pretty incredible what the AEB system is able to do. So in that aspect, NIO's autonomous driving is very safe, safe orientated, all right, safety orientated. And even in previous testing by other content creators, 有驾, they found out that even in heavy rain where the vision is completely blocked with the windscreen, the rain, it's such heavy rain, at 70 kilometers per hour, NIO's AEB is still able to completely stop the car and prevent a collision with the front dummy car. And the rain was so terrible, the amount of rain, heavy rain, that you cannot see through the windshield. That's how bad it was. And NIO still able to stop, which was incredible, and beat out Li Auto and XPeng in that test, which is very, very impressive. So in this aspect, NIO is absolutely in front in terms of autonomous driving. But I think there might be some improvements to like reaction time wise, because it is a delicate balance. If you get cut off by somebody, NIO might react a bit late to that, and this could be like to remove these false A/B triggers. If somebody just just turns a little bit, and if you're too sensitive, then your car stops. That's going to be a big problem, right? So it's a delicate balance that they got to figure out, and that's, I think, an area that they're working on. So these are all very good leaks. Very good information. Earnings coming out very soon. We got good news, we got bad news. So it's going to come out, and I'll continue making videos. Hit the like, subscribe, hit the bell. See you in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.